Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I recently ran a poll on Twitter asking if it would be worth me doing a video on the Tony Awards and a nominees prediction video like I recently did for the Olivier Awards, and it was almost like Brexit-like results. Let's not talk about Brexit. I'm still not. No, moving on. And I thought, you know what, I may as well. Full disclosure, obviously, I'm in London. I've not been to New York in too long, and it breaks my heart. But I have seen a couple of shows that have transferred to Broadway from London. And to be honest, I just kind of want to get in on the whole Tony Awards situation and do more Broadway related content, whatever I can do from London anyway. Today I thought I would just run through not all of the categories, but the categories that I feel like I can comment on and just tell you who I think might win.
I'm Jen Colella.
Mike Feist.
Stephanie J. Block.
I'm Brandon Uranowitz.
David Hyde Pierce. I'm Andy Blankenbuehler.
Lucas Steele.
I'm Rachel Day Jones.
I am Gavin Creel and I'm a Tony nominee.
A Tony nominee.
Tony nominees.
Tony nominee.
Tony nominee.
I'm a Tony nominee.
Tony nominee.
Tony nominee. Yeah!
To save some time in explaining categories, etc., I'm going to try and have some screenshots of the categories and the nominees just up here so you can see like who is nominated other than the people that I think are going to win, the people or the shows. First up in Best Play, I think that Sweat is going to win. I've heard good things about this from friends that are over in New York and have been to see it, and it sounds a lot more interesting, not a lot more interesting than the others, but in my opinion it sounds a bit different to all of the other nominees, so that's what I think is gonna win. The Best Musical category this year I think is a really tough one. All of them are worthy winners, but I have a feeling that due to the hype machine that Dear Evan Hansen might take it, but honestly I think it is like really tough to call on who's going to be a winner there. In Musical Revival, I think Miss Saigon is going to get it. I saw Miss Saigon when it was here in London and I thought it was a really good production. It's not like my most favourite show that I've ever seen, but I think it's certainly an interesting one, and as that's the only one out of this category that I've actually seen, I feel like maybe it's the only one that I could actually say would win. For Best Actor in a Leading Role in a Musical, I think this is another really tough category. It's going to be so interesting to see who actually ends up winning in these. But for this one, I've said that I think Ben Platt is going to win, again because of the Dear Evan Hansen hype, and I've heard a couple of songs from it, so I mean, maybe, who knows? For Best Actress in a Leading Role, I hope it goes to Eva Noblezada because, again, I saw her in Miss Saigon and she was fantastic, and also she's another one of those amazing stories of being like kind of plucked from the normal real world into musical theatre stardom almost already, and she's so young. I think she's probably the same age as me, and that makes me feel like I've not achieved a lot in my life, but it's fine. Also, I think because she missed out on the Olivier Awards, I think it was another really tough category, I'm sure. I don't think she got it. So for her to win a Tony, that would be really nice. I swear I'm saying this for every category, but the Best Actor in a Featured Role is another really tough one. And I personally, I've seen Gavin Creel, so I'm gonna say him. But again, it's another one where like anyone could win it and I wouldn't be surprised because they're all amazing performers. For Best Actress in a Featured Role, I would like it to go to Stephanie J. Block because I think she is a good egg. She's got a nice voice. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything actually. No, she's not really been over to the UK much, has she? Obviously when I was a Wicked fangirl, I've listened to her Elf Butt audios and I thought she just sounded really good. So yeah, I'd like it to go to her. For Best Book, again, it's a really tough category. Oh my god, am I a broken record or what? But I would quite like it to go to Come From Away because for me, I think it just sounds like such an amazing story. It's a musical that I'm really hoping I get to see when I go to New York next. And just, it sounds like an amazing story and something just different, even though it was real, but you know, different for a Broadway musical. Like when I read the synopsis of it, I just thought, how the heck are they gonna do that? How's it gonna work? And apparently it must have done because they've been nominated for Tony Awards and everyone is loving it. So yeah, I would like it to go to them. In terms of best score, the only one that I could really comment on is Dear Evan Hansen, and that's only because I've heard some of the songs from it via concerts. So that's gonna be the one that I'm gonna have to say I would like to win, because I have avoided listening to the others in the hopes that I get to see them. Sadly, I have to miss out on the other amazing categories in terms of like the technical side of things, just because obviously I've not seen anything basically. However, for best scenic design, I can happily say The Play That Goes Wrong, because the way they do that show is just fascinating, and I feel so sorry for all of the crew having to put it back together again. So I think they are more than worthy of a Tony Award. The last category that I'm going to comment on is another one that I've not seen it, which I'm really annoyed about. But I'm going to say that for Best Scenic Design of a Musical, it's going to go to Natasha, Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. And this is purely on speculation and what I've read. I'm very new to Reddit. I feel like a bit of a total newbie on there, but there's a Broadway thread, which obviously I subscribe to, and people often ask like, should I see this or should I see that when I go to New York? And so many people have said if like Great Comet is one of the shows that someone is wanting to see, they're like, go and see that, because if they tour it or when they tour it, it's not going to be the same, because they've changed the theatre for this show, which sounds fascinating. So that's another one that I'm really hoping is still open when I go to New York, and that hopefully I can see it, because I want to see what they're talking about, but I don't want to spoil it for myself and like look up photos online. I want to see it for myself. It sounds just, I can't even describe how I think it sounds. It just sounds really odd and interesting. So maybe that Tony will go to them, because that sounds fun. I'm gonna stop there with the nominations, because as I said, I don't really have, not the right, that's the wrong word for it, but I don't have the knowledge or the experience to talk about the shows that are nominated, because I've not seen them and I feel like a bit of an idiot talking about it anyway. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have seen any of the shows that are nominated and want to let me know what you think they should win or should have been nominated for, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more theatre content, because that is basically what I'm all about on YouTube. It is all about the theatre content. So yeah, do subscribe if you want to see more of me in the future. I hope you're doing really well, and I will see you very soon. Bye!